I've been plotting on the days I could take you across the globe. Popping down Perrion, couldn't do this on my own. Always kept me on my toes, trying to give you rocks like Hove. In this life, nothing's promised, but this life.
Yo, what up, guys? Welcome back to Side Hustle. My name is Jason.
And I'm Rick, and today we got a special guest. We got our boy.
My name's Edder.
Yo, this is one of my fucking boys. I've been waiting on this one for a long time. Edder is somebody that I've always known of, but never knew like that. And I always told myself, this guy looks like a fucking dope-ass person, and I want to get to know him.
Facts.
And thankfully, last year, I got to fucking work with him, keep working with him, and we still work together to this day. And you're a fucking gem. This one's to you, baby. Cheers.
Appreciate it, bro. Likewise, my guy.
Just run the fucking potty, man.
Salud.
Oh, God.
Pa
Rick
arriba,
fucking poured us up
pa arriba.
vodka.
Vodka, baby.
You're such a bitch.
Hey, you get it?
Pa arriba, pa abajo, pa el centro y pa dentro.
Oh, facts.
Algo así.
Something like that.
A su puta perra madre.
Fuck me.
Yummy.
I don't even want water because I feel like water after it.
Nah,
Oh, god damn.
I feel violated right now.
Bro, Rick just chewed that water like a pit bull.
Yo.
Oh, my God.
Oh my god, dude.
Well, I appreciate y'all being here because the weather is fucking ass right now.
It's assin'.
Do y'all sometimes, like, when the weather's bad, just check on some homies that you have location on?
I don't think I have anybody's location, nor share my own.
What about if you're, like, in a relationship? Would you share your own?
I don't think so. Have I in the past? Yes, but moving forward, no, I don't think I would. Just because it's kind of weird. I feel like, and I feel like there's certain occasions where it's like you're going on a road trip or something where it's like safety reasons, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for like day to day life, not really.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe you could come in clutch like on accidents. Like you never know what could happen.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
But
Yeah.
I feel like people are like really toxic with that, and I think it's unnecessary.
I feel like if it's a toxic relationship, then you definitely should not.
Yeah.
I am thankful that I've never had any toxicity in a relationship.
Yeah.
We've had it on since we were 16, probably. Never used it for a fucking a toxic way or anything. You know, I've always just fucking used it as like, oh, it's weird. She's like, she's not responding. She should hopefully be at work. Let me check in the morning to see if she's at work. You know, she's good. Okay, I'm good. You know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I've only checked it to make sure she's like good and she's supposed to be like where she is supposed to be at, like school or fucking work.
But like
and
you
stuff.
don't think that's kind of not toxic, but like kind of like a
Invasive?
habit. Yeah, invasive. Kind of something you shouldn't, like a habit you shouldn't develop. Like
I don't know.
where you're
like
like,
I said,
oh, she better be at work. Not saying that you.
Oh no, but that's the thing.
Okay,
I've never
okay.
done it in a way like she better be at work or she told me
Not,
she was gonna
not
be.
better, but like you're still like kind of being in fate. Because you know what if she like?
I just want to make sure she's good. I guess you know.
Yeah, I guess.
like-
But what if she like told you she was going to work, but like she went to go fucking surprise you with something? Or
Yeah.
something,
Or
you know, like
would you feel some type of way if like she's like I'm going to work, but
and
she's
you
not
found
at
out
work?
she's not. Then
Yeah.
what are you gonna bring it up? Because then you're being invasive.
And she was like going to surprise me with something. You're saying?
No. But just like Edder saying, like
Yeah.
she says, "All right, hey Jason, I'm going to work."
Uh
You check her location. She's in fucking Algonquin or something, but they didn't say anything.
huh.
Are you gonna bring it up, like, or
Yeah, but I'd be like, yo, are you okay?
that's
No.
all? You,
Okay, but
Yeah, that's
but
still- you-
okay,
I
but
don't know.
I guess the thing is, do you check her location?
Do I check it generally? No.
Okay, yeah, same. Like I have my location share with like 3 people,
Yeah.
and like 2 of them are like my cousins and shit. So
Yeah.
like, I never be checking them, but my cousin definitely be checking on me.
For example, the most consistent times in my life where I checked her location was when she was going to NIU, and she'd be driving back at night.
okay, see
And
that makes sense.
We'd have plans to like meet at her house when she gets there. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing this right now. Let me see where she's at. Oh, cool. She's in Huntley. She'll be home like 15 minutes. Let me fucking wrap this up and be at her house in 15 minutes. You know?
Yeah. That's
That
dope.
was the most consistent time in my life where I used it.
But you
Yeah.
don't think it's like a little invasive that you're like, if say she's going to work, she's not at work, and you're kind of just like, I don't know, not in her business, but like.
I don't know, because I guess out of my heart, I have never reacted or
like
thought
just
to
because
be
she's
like,
in a different town, she's not safe. You know what I mean? Like if she's in Algonquin instead of Crystal Lake.
I mean, I guess it just really depends on the relationship itself. You
Yeah.
feel like
my relationship is like always based on just like honest trust and communication.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like really fuck with the whole location thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I guess it is invasive to the fact that we have this capability in our fingertips, you know, but I've never abused it.
Yeah, that
you
makes
know?
sense.
I've
Yeah, I
never
feel you.
treated it in a bad way of being like, why aren't you at work? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I've never been
Yeah, I
like that.
feel you.
No.
I don't know. It just kind of makes me uncomfortable. I feel like it's invasive. I don't know.
You mentioned that in past relationships you've had it on, but going forward you wouldn't. Why is that?
Like I just think it's invasive, like both ways. You know?
Did something happen?
No, I just think it's like I think
Tell the truth.
no, I'm serious.
I'm just kidding.
No, it was never like that. But like I would see like on Twitter or like people even posting like just really like toxic shit that stems from like sharing locations and shit like that, where it's just kind of like weird to me, you know? Like,
Yeah.
It's like the
it's
Meek Mill
unnecessary.
song, sharing
No,
locations.
as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But like I said, certain instances, like she's got a long drive home at night, and like you just want to make sure, like I don't know. I guess it'll make you feel better. Not feel better, but to know she's safe, you know.
I feel that.
but
just
like,
day to day life, I don't think it's necessary.
but we're talking about sharing locations like Find My iPhone, right? Not like Snap Map.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
right.
about.
I personally don't have my location on SnapMap.
I know I
No, me
requested
neither.
it for,
Except for like,
Right.
recently, do you remember when someone
never
called me out
accepted
on it? I think Junior called me out. He's like, "Yeah, you had it on. You took it off." I was like thinking, I'm like, "When the fuck did I turn that
dude.
on?"
He
I probably
be
had-
checking that shit
Yeah.
nonstop.
I know a
bro.
lot of people that do too.
And then I was like, when did I have it on? And then I remembered I got a new phone. And I was like, maybe when I signed in on Snapchat on a new phone,
Yeah.
it did that. And then I
Maybe.
realized it was on. I was like, what the fuck? Why is this on? And I took it off. I don't know. I just never had that on.
Yeah.
The people I have a location shared with is, I don't think I have yours. I have it with Rod.
Mm-hmm.
I have it with Jenny. And I think my sister. And I think that's it.
Why?
Yeah. But not many people. What about you?
I only have it with Vic, Junior, and my sister. Mm-hmm.
Have you had it on in relationships?
Yeah, I have.
Do you feel like it was a good or bad thing? Did anyone like ever abuse of it in the relationship?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be getting checked on, you know, and it got to the point where like I was like I didn't really like it, but I didn't know how to say like
So
I
it-
don't like it.
So
You
it for
know?
sure
Yeah.
felt invasive.
Like, it's
but-
invasive, you know?
100%.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's not necessary too, though, because it's
Yeah.
not like even if you weren't doing anything, it's just invasive that they got to be checking on you.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah, that's true. So
Like,
going
I feel
for-
like that defeats the whole purpose of like trust and shit.
yeah,
Facts.
true. Going forward, do you think you would still use it or no?
I feel like
It depends on the person, maybe.
depends on the person and like if it feels right, you know, like
Or do you think like now moving forward, if you feel like you get to that point again, you would bring it up rather than just kind of letting it
yeah,
like,
for
slide?
sure. Definitely learn from my past experiences, 100%. So I guess in the future, I'd have to like feel it out, you know,
Yeah.
because like, I feel like when you get to a certain point in a relationship, you kind of get that trust, you know, and you kind of want to
facts.
know that that person's safe, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You care about
Yeah.
that, but I'm definitely not like checking on people's location, you know.
Yeah,
like
facts.
every blue moon, I'm like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
where's Kevin at, you know, just like
Yeah.
randomly. But I'm not like every day. Okay, let me see what this guy's at. Let me see what this guy's at. You know,
Facts.
like I feel like that's weird. You
Yeah.
know,
That's
like,
what I'm saying. I feel like it's a weird thing that like
yeah.
a lot of people almost normalize.
yeah,
you know?
100%, dude. Or they'd be sending me like screenshots, like you're at this place, or like
That is
Yeah,
weird.
this time.
that's
I'm like,
weird,
dude,
bro.
chill, dude. Like,
Like I know where I'm at. Like,
Yeah, for real.
like a motherfucker
Bruh,
can't even go
I
to
drove
Jewel and
here.
shit. Yeah.
No, that is definitely weird. Do you guys feel like you've ever like came out of a relationship and you had like these big pinpointed like things that you just definitely learned from the relationship, or you just kind of got out of a relationship and it was like it was cool, whatever, it ended, or you had this moment where you're like, this is one big fucking thing I learned from this relationship,
I feel like
whether good or bad.
I feel like I learn from everything in general in life. Like
Facts.
I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason.
Me too.
So like I feel like I get a lesson out of everything, you know,
Same.
like, good, bad, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I always just like
Like I always thank God for good and bad moments because I wouldn't be able to overcome those bad moments if they didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Facts.
facts.
Like,
Facts. Yeah, I feel like for me, most recently, like learning how to like accept the bad things with the good things, you know, because I feel like when bad things really happen to you, you really get like pretty sad, you know. You're like, you only think of like the sad moments, you know, like
yeah.
so you're just really like in this deep rabbit hole. You're like, fuck, dude, my life sucks, this is this. But then once you get out of that, you're like, oh, okay, like I'm Gucci, you know, like I'm
Yeah.
straight, you know.
I feel like bad moments can really like blind you into thinking like, but I also think like you manifest everything, whether it's good or bad. Like if you're only thinking bad shit,
Facts.
you're only manifesting bad energy.
Yeah, me and Edder
You know
talked
what I
about
mean?
that. Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not as easy.
No.
It's not that easy, but like you really have to force yourself to think good shit only
Yeah.
Facts.
and be optimistic and
I feel like it's just so
look
bad for your health.
deep for the lessons
Yeah.
of like all the situations, you know.
Mhm.
Like our boy Mark says, he's let experience be your teacher, dude. Like everything like
Literally.
happens for a reason.
Yeah.
You learn from everything, either good or bad, you know.
Mhm.
And yeah, dude, like this is experience is like the biggest thing you could ever
Yeah.
like
Literally,
really
yeah.
learn
It's like
from.
one of the biggest things I learned is like, as you know, growing up is like it's okay to cry. Like to me now, I say that crying, laughing is equivalent. It's just an
Facts.
emotion you have to express.
Oh yeah, I feel like just like the biggest balance of life,
Yeah,
almost
for
like
sure.
crying and laughing. You know,
Facts.
but you
100%.
can't have just one. There's
No,
always
you can't
always
always
have both.
can't always have a good time.
100%, dude.
I don't
And like
know.
I cry a lot, dude. Like 100%.
Yeah.
Even when I was younger, my dad would always make me feel like less of a man, you know, for
Oh
crying and
my
shit,
God.
dude.
All the
Or
Mexican
he'd-
says would be like,
He'd be
"Los
like,
hombres no lloran."
Facts.
Translation, like,
Not
men
even
don't
my
cry.
dad, my mom would say that shit.
dude,
bro.
that's what I'm saying. Or
Yeah,
like,
that's true. Yeah,
my dad would be like, I want to make you cry for real, you know, like beat my ass and shit. I'd be like,
my dad would be like, "You want a reason to cry?" I'm like, "Another one."
Dead ass.
That's what I'm saying,
No
dude.
way.
Yeah.
We talked about this the last episode, but fuck it, this is a good question. What's the worst ass woman you remember?
Damn, dude. I have a couple, but a lot of them, honestly, like, I feel like really bad things, like, I just, like, flush out from my memory, you know? But, like, a couple ones I remember, like, definitely, like being at home, you know, playing soccer outside, we'd break the neighbors' windows and shit. Me and Dennis would go running in, scared as fuck, dude. And we're like, no one's gonna notice, bro.
Yeah.
Right away, do the neighbors come in? They're like, oh, no está tu pa, and I'm like, nah, he's not here, you know.
And then your dad comes out the room.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that was actually him. That's his bad, man.
Dude, we just get our ass whooped because obviously my dad's to go fix the window and shit, you know, like, oh, it was so popped. Or one time, dude, it was hilarious, dude. So, like, we have, like, our dinner table, like, right next to this, the stairs to go down in the basement, right? And I'm sitting, this is the dinner table right here. I'm sitting right here. Dennis is right there, and the stairs are right here. And, like, the living room is behind Dennis, right? And me and Dennis just being loud as fuck, obnoxious as fuck, like, late as fuck. And my dad whistles, dude. Yeah. Once you hear the whistle, that means, like, shut the fuck up, you know?
Sleep.
Yeah, so I was like, shut the fuck up, Dennis, right? But you know, like, when you're, like, laughing, you can't stop laughing, bro.
It just gets funnier.
It gets funnier, bro.
Louder and
Dude,
funnier.
we couldn't stop laughing, bro.
It's
It was
like, like laughing in church. You're not supposed to. Like,
Yeah,
it was
but
so fucking funny.
I got a
dude.
story about that one too. Dude, but all of a sudden, like, we can't stop laughing, but my dad whistles a second time, bro. And we were like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, we got to stop, Dennis, you know? We started for like 10 seconds, and then Dennis said some stupid shit, and we started laughing again, bro. Next thing you know, dude, I see my dad walking up, dude, and Dennis, I'm like, Dennis, stop. And he's like, what do you mean, bro? Like, loud as fuck. All of a sudden, my dad just grabs Dennis's ears, pulls him all the way up, and you see Dennis's face is like... And I'm like,
stretching his
fuck,
skin
man.
back.
Dude, literally, I'm like, fuck.
fucking Jason got him and shit.
What?
Jason, not you.
Jason
fucking,
Voorhees?
No. Friday the 13th, Jason.
That's Jason Voorhees.
Oh, I don't know what
Or
that
Jason
is.
Voorhees, I don't know, but
I don't
that's
know.
Jason. Yeah.
Dude, so I book it downstairs because my
He
cousin
pulled a
made.
Denny Duncan. He's like, no, not that one. No, it's not that. Sorry, go ahead.
So I book it downstairs with my cousin May. I'm like, bro, I can't go upstairs, can't go. My dad's gonna beat my ass. And he's like, he calls me güero. He's like, sorry, güero, pa arriba, cabrón. And I'm like, fuck, dude. And then I'm like at the door, like puppy guarding it. I'm like, no me vas a pegar, right, pa? And he's like, nah. As soon as I walk by, madrazo. I'm like, fuck,
It's so
dude.
fucked up.
He hit him with the stepbrothers. You're next, Dale.
You're not hearing me, mister? Yes, sir.
Oh hell no.
What's the other story you said you were gonna mention?
Oh, dude, the church one, dude. So we were chambelanes, so you know how to like go confess and shit, like on like a Thursday or whatever, right? So we confess this, and like la penitencia is like usually what the father gives you to like basically like confirm like you're like what's the word?
Forgiven of your sins, or what do you mean?
Yeah, like accepting that you're forgiving your sins or whatever, you know?
Is it what is it? Replenished of your sins or something?
Something
Some
like
shit
that.
like that,
Yeah.
yeah.
But he
I've
like
been to church in a minute.
fact, that's what I'm saying, bro. So he usually said like, oh, like reza un padre nuestro, right? But this time he's like, nah, you all gotta sit in the front row at church, right? So I was like, fuck, dude. So it's like me, Dennis, like Luis Cruz, Caesar Cruz, Aviation Carbs. We're all just chilling. We're all just chilling there, right, dude?
Aviation card.
All of a sudden, dude, someone's alarm goes off, dude. And we're in the front row. Keep in mind, dude, there's only like 20 people because like a Thursday church. Yeah. Alarm's going off, dude. And we're all looking at each other. We're all dying of laughter, bro. Like, turn that shit off, dude. Everyone's looking at their phone. It's not them and shit. And I was like, can't be me, right? And I was like, nah. So we were all, dude, shut the fuck up. All of a sudden, dude, I'm like, all right, let me look at my phone. It's my phone, dude. And I set my alarm for 6:30 p.m. instead of 6:30 a.m., dude.
Oh, boy.
So then I'm like, holy fuck, it was me, dude. And we all started dying. We can't stop laughing in the front row in church, dude. My mom's looking at me all pissed. Like their parents are looking at us all pissed. The priest is looking at us all pissed. I'm like, fuck, dude. Can't stop laughing. It's like one of those moments where someone stops laughing and someone just chuckles. And we all start dying again, dude. And all of a sudden, we finally stop laughing after like 30 minutes. Church is almost over, bro. I'm like, all right, cool. We're straight, dude. I get a text. I'm like, what the fuck? And my dumb ass, I'm like, let me check. Check the text. Someone texted me, beep, 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 because of the alarm. Oh, I start dying again. We all start dying of laughter, bro.
Jeez.
It was embarrassing.
Have you guys ever had those moments in church where you feel like there's like babies crying and shit, and you can tell the priest is annoyed to the baby crying.
All the time.
Yeah, it's not even just at church, bro. Everywhere.
That's true.
Hey, now baby crying on the plane though next to you.
Oh
man.
my god, dude.
Right before vacation.
Bro, that makes me glad I have the fucking noise canceling AirPods. God damn, that shit pisses me off. Thankfully though, I haven't experienced it many times. I've been on a plane plenty of times, but never really experienced it.
Me neither. Fucking when we went to Mexico in May, Jesse, he got like moved up to like a better seat. And he's like, hell yeah, you know. I think he got the window seat too. He was hyped. And then like this lady comes in with their baby, sits right next to him. The baby cried the whole way there.
Fuck no.
He was so pissed. That shit was funny though.
Do you guys have any like bad like traveling stories?
Yeah, dude. One time I was like 12 going to Mexico, and you know, like they bring you like water, like a drink or whatever you want. Down the water, right? As soon as she dips, bro, I get the worst coughing attack ever. I can't stop
That shit
coughing.
is so
And she's like down the aisle, and I have to wait for her to come back. And I'm like dying and shit, dude. And the fucking some guy next to me is like, "You all right?" I'm like dying and shit. I'm like, "Fuck."
That's just the worst.
That's
I hate that.
embarrassing.
I don't think, not that I remember off the top.
When I get water on the plane, I made this shit last for the whole fucking trip. Unless
Hell
like,
no, I'd be ordering every 15 minutes when they walk by, bro.
Jeez. Can you get the unlimited amount of water?
I don't think so. Last time I was on the plane to go to Mexico, they ran out of ice. I was pissed. I was there drinking a warm ass Coke and shit.
Oh,
Damn.
God, that's disgusting.
That shit was bad though.
Damn. What airline have you guys flown on going to Mexico?
Aeromexico,
That's
United.
the good one.
Nah, dude.
United to Mexico?
Oh, I said Aeromexico when you said that's a good one. So I was like, nah, hell no. But
Really? In my experience, it's been a better one than like Volaris and
That's
shit.
the only one that goes to Durango.
Volaris and Sprint.
oh, you fly directly to
Directly,
Durango?
yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
It's a newer thing, yeah. But yeah,
okay.
now,
Aeromexico or United?
no,
Volaris.
Oh, man.
Yeah. No, I've
Volaris
done
sucks.
I've never had a
Aeromexico,
bad
United,
experience.
and American.
What's bad about it? What's a bad flight? Not people around you, like the actual
I'm gonna close my eyes.
plane experience.
What they
You know
about
what I mean?
a bad
Well,
flight
I think
Attendance or like the seats or what?
to me, go ahead.
the worst thing for me was I think either Aeromexico or American Airlines. You would land like in the Mexico International Airport, and we'd be at the farthest terminal, dude. Yeah. And when it's like a family of 5, you know, I have to like carry all my family's like luggage and shit.
Yeah.
It's a fucking mission, dude.
Bro.
And wearing a fucking jacket coming from Chicago, fucking had his dick over there. Like I'm like, fuck,
dude. That's why I'll wear something light like this because I know as soon as we get over there, it's hot as fuck.
Always.
Same shit with. I got a big ass family, y'all know that.
Yeah.
And I see my mom carrying. I see my mom carrying a bag, my dad carrying a bag, like. I can't just let them carry their bag, you know. So I'm over here carrying 3 bags, 4 bags.
Yeah, fuck.
Like man, and I'll purposely pack the smallest shit because I'm gonna be chilling on the plane with a little ass bag, like, and I'll send my luggage onto the plane, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll be chilling in the plane. No, I'm over here still carrying 3 bags and shit. I'm like, bruh.
I don't know.
But yeah, what makes a bad flight though?
To me, a bad flight is it's fucking hot. It's fucking. It feels like the time is dragging dick.
But I'm saying why do you say Volaris is a bad airline?
Volaris, in my experience, is like equivalent to Spirit. If you can feel that the seats are like a little smaller. If you tell them you're hungry, they'll be like, eat shit. Sometimes
I think they just didn't like you, bro. I've never had a bad experience.
Really?
On either fucking Spirit or Volaris. Yeah.
Damn. I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean. It kind of evens out, you know. Like Spirit can have like cheap flights, and you might get pissed. Like, what the hell? I have to pay for a fucking carry-on, but it's like, bro, you get the cheap flight. You know
$30
what I mean?
ticket to LA.
Yeah, for real. Damn, I wish I would have taken advantage of those flights sometimes during COVID, and they're like, fucking $30, $40 to LA, and I'm like, what?
It was literally cheaper to fly there than to drive there off like fuel. You know,
Yeah.
It could have been worldwide.
that was wild
for real.
Yeah.
Just to fucking get there and film music videos outside or something.
For the
hell
fucking
yeah.
day. You come back same day.
Go to the beach. Yeah, facts.
It's like buying a train ticket at that point.
For real.
Facts.
Should have taken advantage of that.
Dude, I hated going on the train when we were younger.
Where'd you go to the train? Just Chicago?
Yeah, like Chirac.
I wasn't really a big fan of it either. When we go to the city,
Yeah.
Do you think it's okay to call it Chirac?
I don't know. I just say
why
it.
not? What do you think it's like? It's racist like towards Middle Eastern people, or why?
No.
Or
I
like
just feel
offensive
like
to people from the city?
I feel like it makes the obviously we there's violence in Chicago, but we don't want that.
Facts.
I feel like calling it Chirac kind of adds to it.
I don't think so. I feel like
it doesn't make it more violent, but you don't want to make it known as more of a violent city than it already is, you know.
But I feel like Nah, I feel like you're trying to protect Chicago, even though Chicago's Chicago. You feel?
No, I feel that, but it's like
calling it Chicago instead of Chirac isn't dropping the criminal history, bro.
Yeah.
no,
like,
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the way that people perceive it from maybe out of like the state.
I mean, they should be aware if they coming.
bro,
Yeah, for
people
sure.
know,
Bro.
dude. Like, oh, we're going to Chicago.
And
you know, like-
realistically, we don't know how bad it is. You know what I mean? We've
Facts.
never been in like the fucking bad parts of Chicago. At least I have not. I don't think either of you guys have.
Not like that, but I'm saying I'm aware of how bad it is.
Oh, I'm
bro.
aware how bad it can be for sure.
Peep the news every single night.
Yeah, it's
This is bad.
terrifying, dude. Like every
Certain
other weekend
areas.
is fucking. This kid was 5 years
Balaceras,
old hanging out, and he fucking got shot in the ear because of just like a grazing bullet passed by. It's so
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, there's even like there'd be crime like in good parts of the city too, like people
Yeah.
getting robbed and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, for sure. But I just feel like calling it that is just like I don't
Like-
know.
like
If it's
adding
if
to
it's
it
a
or
city
what?
you respect, I feel like you don't want to add. You don't want to add to it more. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not gonna
but I
add
don't
more
give a fuck.
violence.
Yeah,
You know?
that's that.
But to me,
Fuck.
it's just gonna add to how it's perceived from the outside. You know, people from outside of like the city or state or like the region. But
I'm not like born and raised in Chicago where I'm trying to protect
I'm
the
not.
city.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not either. But I just feel like
I feel like if somebody who was born and raised there might feel a type of way, you know?
I heard that from people that were born and raised there online or like a podcast, and it just made me like right away respect that and understand it because I heard it from people that were like, bro, we grew up here, we walk these streets, like, and people perceive it as like this fucking like militant area or fucking not militant area, a terrorist area.
I mean,
like
at
Iraq,
one point,
you know?
bro, there was like the U.S. something in there, no fucking
The National Guard or some shit.
National Guard, literally
Yeah.
just having to patrol the streets.
Was that like before the whole riots broke out?
Yeah,
and
that was
shit?
before.
Damn,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
This was I'm talking like 2012, 13.
Yeah.
It's Chief Keef era, bro.
Really, back then I didn't know that.
Yeah, Chicago's been bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it's bad, but I never knew there was a point where the National Guard came in and had to
Yeah,
fucking.
I forgot what year. I will do a quick Google after the podcast, but
Damn.
Chicago been bad like that.
Do you guys have any stories of what, like, me always fucking looking for stories? Do you guys have any stories of like getting checked in Chicago or fucking getting put in the spot or like or
I got-
just like experiencing something scary or
Yeah,
violent?
don't you guys have one?
That's the thing.
Someone wearing a hat
Jason's
backwards?
got one.
I have a couple. You don't have one?
I never got president of Chicago. You did, huh?
Twice, I think.
This is my same dude, huh? No,
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, it was like 3 times
I
because
feel like-
you got pressed one time. I didn't go with Rod and them.
Yeah.
But then when we went to the parade, you got pressed too.
Okay. So I'll start with the one with Rod. I think that was before. We went in the winter to the some Spanish something museum.
Yeah.
I think in Pilsen. Pilsen is a beautiful ass little fucking town too. It's dope.
Getting gentrified now, though, no?
Yeah.
I don't know much about that. Is it?
I thought it was, but maybe I'm tweaking.
That's fucked. Anyways, a lot of culture and history there, and we went for the museum, and we went to Los Comares. We were walking out.
Fire.
Yeah.
Should be smacking.
That's always the
dude.
move when you
For
go to the city,
real, we
man.
went over
You
there.
know, the tacos are like this big, but
Yeah,
they be
for
smacking.
real.
Yeah.
We just heard Los Comares. We're like, we went over there. We were getting out of Los Comares, and Rod was wearing his hat like fucking tilted, like just being a goof, you know, like fucking around.
This is during like the whole swag era, though. No?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
during the whole swag era. My bad. I think this was probably like 2014. We're walking out of the fucking restaurant, you know, straight up into the fucking like block, and you hear a car in front of us just stops. A dude fucking whips the fucking door open. He's like, "Yo, straighten up your fucking hat before I bust a cap in your ass, son." Rod grabs his fucking hat so quick and straightens it out. we were so shook. We were on a fucking field trip. We're like, "Oh my god!" Like Rod almost got shot.
You guys had Miss Guilt tripping
We
and
had
shit.
Miss Gil, and she's like, muchachos, mejor quítense la gorra, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, damn, you know?
Because what were you? Were you guys sophomores?
I think we were sophomores, yeah. The second time I got checked, I'm sorry, that was Rod. Did I get checked twice?
It was the same situation.
I think it was the same
It was
situation.
the same situation.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, but
At the parade.
Rod's situation had me shook, and I took my hat off. Or I think I had it just like stupid straight, like every single second, you know. Bro,
He's like fixing it every time.
yeah, Cole has a bar where he talks about that. Where like if you don't know, you'll learn how in Chicago, like you can have your hat tilted in a certain way, and
Yeah.
you'll get checked for it. I learned that shit so well the next year. I think it was the beginning of junior year.
Yeah, I think so.
We went to a parade. It was like.
Mexico Independence Day or something.
Yeah. I think it was September or something like that, or maybe like
It's September, yeah,
early
Mexico
August.
Independence.
or
Nah,
late
May 5th,
August.
bro.
Cinco de Mayo, no.
I'm actually shocked. I'm like, wait. I was like, I thought we went in the beginning of the school year.
No, it is.
It's September, yeah.
September.
Wow, I'm fucking eating it up. I'm eating like a fucking soup, baby. We went though to the podcast. We went to the fucking parade, and we're just walking down. It's hot as balls, dude. It's probably like 80 something degrees on a Sunday. Hot as fuck.
Packed like a motherfucker.
Packed like a motherfucker. And we were walking down the street.
And that one's in Little Village.
Yeah, some dude was posted up or whatever, and I have my hat on, I think backwards or forwards, but you're hot, your head's fucking getting sweaty, and it just starts slipping to the side. He's like, "Yo, straighten up your cap, son," and I was like, "Oh, cool, I said that's my bad, son." I straighten up my hat, I keep walking, whatever, this and that. We end up like turning around, like fucking a while later, yo. I saw you earlier, bro. I told you, straighten up your cap. Don't let it happen again.
Damn.
I was like, yo, my bad. It's not. Yeah, straighten it up. At this point, Jenny's like, just take off your hat, and I'm just like, it's cool, baby. I was like, I'm strapped too, shawty. But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna lie. I was fucking tweaked out already. But I was like, whatever. I'm not gonna let it happen again.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, sir. And keep walking, whatever. I thought like fucking 30 minutes later, this dude is posted up again. I don't see him until he's in my fucking face. He's like, yo, I told you twice already, son. He's like, you gonna straighten your shit or we gonna straighten someone else out? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm taking it off.
You damn near gave it to him. No?
Bro, I was like, sir, do you want it? I took it off and we were like, I was so shook. We were just chilling there and posted up. There was some cops. I was like, I got checked for like wearing my fucking hat. I was like, is there a specific block you gotta like not do that on? She's like honestly, she's like, you can't really ever like know. She's like, different types of like crews and fucking cliques have different things where you can't match these two colors. You can't have one fucking ankle being revealed from your pant leg. You can't have one bandana on this shoulder, but you have to have on this shoulder. Like, there's so many different things. She's like, just watch out. I was like, wow, okay. I was like, next time I'm coming here naked.
School field trip and shit.
For real. That shit was scary though. But that shit had me checked, and yeah, I don't wear hats. Jenny's always like, don't wear your hat to the city. Like, after all that shit, she's like, don't wear a hat. I'm like, dude, we're at the fucking Bean. Like, relax. Like, but I guess you really never
wear just a black socks hat, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Or a blue, not even a blue one. The
Sheesh.
Cubs one.
But that was for sure scary. You have any times where you've experienced something scary like that in Chicago?
Nah, not really, dude.
Me neither. I don't think so.
I feel like I've been there a couple times, like Southside for sure. Like that's where like my mom's family lives.
Oh, you've been out there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think Dennis told me about that
like
before.
Kimball or some shit like that. It would be kind of sus, like the little corner stores and shit.
Damn, I've never had any experience like going over there.
And it's weird too because like we'll be in the city like stupid late too, but I never really experienced anything like that. Like when we would get the bikes and shit, or like go to North Ave and shit.
Yeah.
Obviously that's the nicer side, but still.
That was dope as fuck. It was like
3 a.m.
2-3 in the morning, yeah, and we're fucking just like riding the fucking divvy bikes and shit.
Like in the summer, that's a vibe.
Yeah, it is.
Going to fucking, what is it?
Millennium Park.
Lakeshore.
Yeah.
Oh, Lakeshore.
Yeah, it's a vibe. Definitely recommend doing that. All right, Edder. So you've been rolling with La Cuadra for a bit. I mean, you kind of started it, right?
Facts.
You and Eric, is that right?
OGs, bro. Like, took a unfortunate scenario. Had knee surgery in 2020. Pretty depressed, not gonna lie. It was a rough time, and I picked up the guitar again. Eric, a real one. When I tore my ACL the first time, he would pull up to my crib, right? He came to my crib, like, just to see how I was doing, brought me some Starbucks, And then when he had his accident, his car accident, which was like 6 years ago, like a couple days ago, like the anniversary, I pulled up to his crib, and I was checking up on him, and so, and then this time again, he pulled up to my crib, we started jamming out, and I just really like relit that fire within me, like for music, because I love music. Like every time I listen to a song, I'm like, damn, like that beat goes hard, or like the synths go hard, or the drums, or the guitar, like I feel like people just listen to like the hooks, and like the lyrics, But I'd be listening to like the intricacies of like the music,
You know how to like depict everything.
Yeah, dude. Like I just love that shit, dude. Like once you have like an ear for music, you just feel it, You're like,
can't
damn.
you can't listen to music the same after that.
Facts,
Sometimes you're over analyzing, and you're just like, damn. Like you probably learned a lot of shit just fucking being a fly on the wall in the studio sessions.
Yeah, facts.
Like there's been times where I sound crazy. I'm like, Rick, you don't hear that? You don't hear that?
Real.
And he's like, I don't hear nothing. And it's like a little clip, and like he can't hear it. And I'm just like, oh, I hate it. Like,
that's like me when we're recording here.
Yeah.
I'm like, you hear this, or you put it right here, and you're like, nah, I don't got it. I'm like, nah. pull back 5 seconds, you know. I'm like right there, you know, like
Yeah.
you just like feel it, you know. It's like a feeling, you know. You don't
Yeah.
really have to like, you can like study it, I guess, but it's really more like right
It's-
there,
it's
you know,
just
like it
natural.
just hits you,
and,
you know.
and I have that with like, you know, recording rap, hip hop, R&B,
Yeah.
like maybe some kind of like new age soul that we record and shit with
Yeah.
like other artists. But with your guys' style of music, it's so new to me in sense in terms of recording it.
Yeah.
That like you said, there's like, oh, you didn't hear that it was off right there. I'm like, no, you guys are playing great. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
to me, I'm like, it sounds good, but like I just haven't like learned at the process of like analyzing the music and like the fucking drum patterns or just like the timing of some stuff.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why like when we're recording, I'm really nitpicky like in certain things, you know. Like I need shit to be perfect, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing like a YouTube video, it has to be perfect, you know. Like the
Yeah.
audio has to be this,
Facts.
you know. So that's why I'm like, okay, put it back, you know. I didn't like how this drum sounded on this like progression, you know. Like
Yeah.
we just gotta change the shit up, you know, just things like that. But yeah, like so I relit the fire for music, you know, during like COVID basically when I had surgery. And then me and Eric just started jamming, you know. One day, this dude was like, "Yo, like, you guys play and shit?" And we're like, "Not really, you know. We just be like jamming at our house and shit." And then we started like the first Cuadra, you know, with Gabe and Richie.
Yeah.
Started doing some gigs that we weren't even like trying to do gigs, you know.
Yeah,
someone
just
hit
like-
someone hit us up like, "Yo, like, you guys play? Like, how much the album?" We were like, "Fuck, I don't know, dude. We're just jamming at the crib, you know." Like, he started playing, you know. We really rushed it, you know, which was kind of like good and bad, you know. Like we really pushed our name out there. A lot of people fucked with us, but we also like learned a lot from like the mistakes, you know. Like bro, like I don't know how to use a fucking mixer, you know. Like I had to like learn how to do all that shit, you know.
Yeah.
But it was dope, just really like getting that first exposure, and you know, and then now like we got our like the legit Cuadra, you know, like Grupo La Cuadra and shit, and it's just like it's been a movie, bro. Like you know that one song by Lil Uzi and Playboy Cardi, Woke Up Like This.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mixer is like, I'm a rock star. I'd always be singing that shit. And now, dude, every time we're playing, I actually feel like a rock star, dude.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
so lit.
And you guys look like it. Like being like, you know, in the crowd and shit, or sometimes like helping you with the mixture. I'm sorry, with the mixer. It just feels so dope being that fucking like in the audience, but also being a part of something so fucking like historic, because you guys are gonna pop off. You know what I mean? Like it just feels so sick being there.
And I feel like nobody was really doing that here.
No, they
Yeah,
weren't.
like,
no.
I don't know.
Like, there's other grupos, obviously, for sure, you know? But I feel like they're just not like, they're not using the potential that social media has, you know?
Facts.
So,
Yeah,
and
right.
I feel like we really
They're just more
capitalize.
like word of mouth.
Exactly, you know? And that works too,
You-
obviously.
But I remember you guys would always be going live during quarantine and just like having jam sessions on live and shit.
That was
Yeah, or
dope.
like
That
the
was
song
dope as fuck.
requests and shit.
Yeah, that shit was
Those
dope.
really like got a lot of interaction. Was dope.
That was fire,
That was
yeah.
fire. I remember that shit.
You guys have been, I'd say, a little quiet lately.
Facts.
Do you guys have any plans, you know, for this year?
100%.
Anything you can
just-
speak on, at least?
Yeah, of course. So we just had just a couple people like going through some rough patches. You know, life happens. You know,
Yeah, facts.
100%. But yeah, we have a lot of gigs in March. You know, stay tuned.
We don't.
Poorhouse hit us up again. We're trying to play there. We got a couple gigs with some like privadas. You know.
Actually, someone hit me up earlier asking how to talk to you guys. I was like,
Oh, bet. Say
So
less.
I sent him you guys'
it my
info.
way.
I was like,
Send him my WhatsApp. so
You got one for US, one for Mexico.
yeah,
man.
basically. Una para las güeritas y una para las paisitas. And no, yeah, so we're trying to do a lot of gigs for sure, you know, now like the weather's getting a little nicer, you know. And then definitely release like an EP. We're thinking, obviously working with Jason and shit, releasing like a 2 or 3 song EP and some like Scary Hour vibes, you know, from Drake.
facts.
Yeah.
Like-
Originals or
Originals,
covers?
originales,
baby.
yeah.
I
That's
feel
fun.
like it's just so oversaturated having covers.
Yeah, dude. Like, and like the thing
Yeah.
is with like covers and shit, like you have to make it your own, you know. And a
Yeah.
lot of the songs that like people already like do covers on, you know, like they've been played like a million times. You feel?
Facts, yeah.
That's true. That's true.
And like
I feel like you have to have a really different voice to like
facts,
make noise with covers. You know.
Mhm.
facts,
Like,
100%.
but like you said, you got to really make it your own.
Facts,
Yeah.
like you gotta add your own
That's, like, the only
music,
way.
you know, like or like if the song has accordion, like get the guitar involved and shit like that. But there's like a lot of Sierreño groups, kind of like what we play, you know, Sierreño, like 2 guitars, a tuba,
Yeah.
sometimes a bass, and it's really saturated, you know, like it's like so common, you know. That's why we need like our own distinct like voice and sound. Yeah, dude. That's why like Eric has like this really like raspy voice, you know. It sounds dope when he's singing.
I love the raspiness in his
Yeah,
fucking vocals.
dude.
Yeah,
It's
he's got
so
a really good
sick.
voice.
Yeah, dude. And we got my boy Chocolate, is a fucking crazy on the guitar,
Kid's a
dude.
Yeah, that kid's a
Young
fucking
Don.
beast.
He's fucking
He's what,
whiz,
16?
dude.
15?
Yeah, I think he just turned 16.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
dude. And my boy
He's
Big
good as
C's,
fuck.
bro, fucking on the tuba, bro. He be going
That should be
stupid hard, bro.
He's fucking hitting those fucking like the bass in the song. It just adds the character. It fucking
Facts.
fills in the fucking spectrum. It's just so
It gives
dope.
it volume, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, we went to go play this ex bajista for Tercer Elemento. His name is
Oh,
Lalo.
yeah.
Lalo on the bass on Instagram. He plays with Tony Loya now, dude, which is
I seen
fucking
that,
wild.
Oh,
yeah.
fire!
He was on the video Chambeando Recio
Yeah.
by Legado.
I was about to say on the Legado video,
Yeah,
right?
he's playing the armonía, the guitar
yeah,
and
I
shit.
seen that shit.
But dude, like, I've always appreciated like the bass, you know. But dude, like Bernie's obviously like a really really good like player, you know. But like obviously like I feel like Lalo's like a different level, you know, because
Yeah, I
he's
feel
like
you.
he's like a professional like music player, you know. He lives off that shit, you know. He hopped on a couple songs with us when we went to go play for him and his homie in Chicago. Dude, like the whole house just like shook, dude. Like he just added life to the music, dude.
You
It was
told me that was like a different feeling you've never like felt
dude,
before.
like, bro, I literally just like orgasmed, dude. Literally, that's how I felt. I was like, holy fuck, dude. Like we all looked at each other and we were just like, what the
Like, this is
fuck?
fucking
happening.
It
Yeah.
was wild, dude. And like everyone in the crowd was like, yeah, dude, like his hands and shit, like he's just like super focused, like his fingers and
That's
shit.
crazy.
It was wild, dude. That shit was like honestly like a blessing, dude. No cap.
Damn. Or maybe like to the audience, he looks super focused, but realistically, he doesn't have to. It's just all just feeling.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all naturally.
It's like that movie Soul, dude. Like
Yeah.
you know when you're in that like,
Ooh,
have you seen the
yeah.
movie Soul?
Yeah.
When you're in that like zen moment, you know, and like
yeah.
you're in your mode, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's how we feel when we're playing music. We're just like in that mode, bro.
What was a moment that you felt like this is something special, and we're gonna do some shit with this like for life? Like it's just gonna be something.
Like it's not just you guys jamming out in your room anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, I feel like the first or second tocada, you know, that we had, like just like the support we had, you know, like a lot.
No, not to cut you off. Was the first one in that barn, or was that? Not
Yeah,
the first,
dude,
that
the
was first
barn,
one?
dude, like
That
yeah.
was lit too.
Like even like with the OG quadra, you know, like the
Yeah.
beginning one, you know, like so many people popped out, you know, like
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
hype.
I was expecting like 10, 15 people, you know,
Yeah.
but like 30, 40 people popped
Yeah,
out.
that
I'm
shit
like,
was lit.
damn, you know, like people really
Sheesh.
be fucking with us, you know,
For real, that's hard.
and it really there was like a need for that in the community, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So it was just dope. And after that, I was like, dude, like we got this, you know, like we got the talent. We're young as fuck, you know. We just got to use social media to like it's like maximum capability, you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
because like people be popping off on TikTok all the time,
Yeah.
you know, like Instagram, you know, people just like 10-second clips. We just need to play like a little like inedita, and then
Yeah.
hopefully we'll pop off, you know.
Yeah, that's fire.
And Instagram Reels is a huge thing too, like
yeah,
for reaching audiences. Instagram Reel will like push your shit so hard to like people that don't follow you, like random.
Really?
Yeah, you remember that, Jason? We're talking about that, the Reels.
Yeah.
the
Yes,
reels are like
yeah.
the short ones, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of
Yeah.
like the TikToks.
It's almost like a story, but
The
yeah,
loop,
but like
yeah.
you post it, yeah.
Oh, fire, yeah.
Mhm.
And that shit will give you like hella exposure, you know. Like,
Bro, I posted one dumb reel and it got like fucking 6,000-7,000 views.
God
Yeah.
damn. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, because everyone's attention span is so short, dude.
Yeah,
That's
it
why
is.
those 10-second, even like YouTube has like YouTube Shorts now, dude, and they're like
yeah.
And just
15, 30
stories.
seconds. And,
And
you
low
just-
key, I don't say low key. I hate when people say low key and then say something out loud. Those reel me right in.
Yeah.
The YouTube shorts, like I'm not
oh,
into
I'll
like
be
watching
fucking
them,
clicking on
but I'm like, yeah, there's like some kind of fucking title that just like looks
Catches
kind of
you.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
looks captivating in a sense, and I'm just like, dude. And then I watch 4 more. I'm like, what the fuck,
I
dude?
know,
Like,
dude.
but it's just so crazy. The algorithm is so smart because they know exactly like, oh, you like that, you might like this, and then you end up liking it. It's
Have you
fucked up.
have you seen the documentary on Netflix? The dilemma or something.
the social
Dilemma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Have you
it's-
seen it?
It's pretty fucked up. It's crazy. Yeah,
Wow. Have you seen it, Rick?
No, I have not. I've never watched
Have
it,
you heard about
but
it?
I've heard about
it's
it. Yeah.
deep. It makes you feel like a fucking experiment.
Dude, because like the way the guy
Lab
put
rat.
it, he was like an ex, like I think like Microsoft or Google employee. The way he put it is like all these applications are free, right? But like we're the product, we're the customers, you
Yeah.
know. Like we're like our data is like the product that people buy. Oh, okay, we're gonna reach out to this audience for like bro. When I was younger, I would always like look at like Cristiano Ronaldo like iPhone cases, you know.
Yeah.
I'd be scrolling on Instagram, right there I saw it. I'm like, oh, I'll be down, you know.
Yeah.
Or like Dragon Ball Z or like just stuff that I really liked or watched. I mean, like, damn, how the fuck these motherfuckers know I like this
Yeah,
shit, you know?
yeah.
It's like they buy our data, you know, or like all the things that we usually click on, you know. And that documentary is amazing, dude. You should watch it for
Yeah,
sure.
it's pretty dope.
Yeah, I might have to watch it.
Yeah.
But that's crazy though, because like just with like Facebook, you know, they'd have the lawsuits and shit of like spying on us and this and that.
100%.
But it's in the like agreement and people are aware that it's an agreement, but they really just don't give a fuck.
But
No,
I think the thing was, it was with Edward Snowden. You know who that is?
Yeah,
He's like
Snowden.
the whistleblower. He worked for the CIA and basically told all of us that like they're listening in all the time to everything we're doing or saying. You know, which is crazy.
I saw a tweet from someone that.
And all we did was make fucking FBI memes and shit.
Yeah.
Instead of doing
real.
something about it, you
Literally.
know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, my FBI this, my FBI that. You know those memes and shit?
Those are hilarious.
Like, you
Instead
go
of
to-
actually
you go
like
to
trying
Harvard.
to, instead of like
Yeah.
trying to do some shit about it, like
Yeah.
that's
Hey.
how we fucking took it.
I saw a tweet from someone the other day. She was an ex-Facebook employee. She's like, I worked in this department. We did blah, blah, blah. I looked at this fucking data. She's like, yeah, trust me. They're listening. And I was like, what the fuck?
It's wild, bro. But it's true, dude. I've seen a video. It's like the most famous one, has like millions of views, like 10, 20 million views. Basically, he's like, he does an experiment. He writes something on a piece of paper, right? And it's like dog toys, right? And he's like, all right, I'm gonna talk about this. I don't even own a dog. I've never had a dog in my house. This. You know, I'm gonna see if me talking about it will actually like provide ads, you know, or like produce ads, you know. And he starts talking about doctors. Oh, I can't wait to get this golden retriever. This is this, right? And all of a sudden, he goes on some like random ass website. There it is, like collars and like dog toys and
Jesus
shit.
See, like not even just random ass websites, but like Facebook be doing that and shit.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You get all
dude.
that shit. But you know what's crazy to me when you think of something and almost not even you don't even say it, bro. I swear to God, you think of something, you go to type it in Google and it's like the first thing.
I've literally had that happen.
I'm like,
I don't think
What?
I've had that happen.
I've
You
had that
haven't?
happen, and I feel like a
maybe
fucking.
I talked about it without knowing
Maybe,
I
yeah.
did.
That's what I'm saying,
But-
bro.
when that happened
I-
to me, I looked around the room for cameras. Like, what the
Dead
fuck?
ass. But I swear to God, sometimes I would have the conversation with myself in my head, like, "Oh, I need to look this up and shit." I type in like the first 3 words and it's fucking there.
Mole, ahí está.
I'm like, bro, ain't no fucking way. No
Yeah.
way that's a coincidence.
Bro, I remember when I think it was like 2 years ago, I was in the market for a new bed, you know, and I was telling people like I need to get a new bed, but I'm looking at like, you know, a purple mattress or like a fucking the one I ended up getting, the Cocoon, and I hadn't even like looked into it yet. I'm going on Instagram and I see fucking ads from Purple. I'm on YouTube, ads from Purple. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
That's wild.
Like, they're just
bro.
like chasing you down.
I feel like YouTube has a huge advantage though because you probably search like reviews on YouTube.
Yeah.
True.
Because
But Google
And it's
owns
owned by
YouTube.
Google, yeah.
so it's both. You know, you
It's
fuck
bogus
either way.
as fuck.
That's facts because
And then Instagram and Facebook are tied together, part of Meta.
it's all gonna be one, bro. At one point, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah.
But fucking when I got my heat press machine, before I got it, I probably had ads for like 3 months on literally I'd watch my favorite YouTubers and all the ads would be heatpressnation.com, heatpressnation.com. And guess what I bought it from, bro? Heatpressnation.com. I fucking ended up buying it from there. You
It's
know?
fucked up. Like, y'all
It's
got me.
wild.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fucking A.
Jesus. What's one of your favorite tocadas you guys have done? Sorry, taking it back to there, but
No fact, that's dope. Yeah. Fuck, dude. I don't know. I feel like right now, I feel like they're all really like a blur to me. You know, I feel like I don't really like think about it when I'm there. At first, like I would get nervous, like before Tocadas, I'm like, oh fuck, don't fuck up, you know.
yeah.
But then like after all the practice and shit, like you don't really like think about it. But probably the most one like top 2 for sure. The first time we played a poorhouse, like that shit was stupid. Like,
That was
crazy.
insane. I was
That
like,
was
it's
crazy.
fucking packed in
it
here.
was packed up the
Like,
and
ass.
it was
could've
a
moved.
Saturday night, which is like their slow night.
Exactly. It was packed, dude. Like the owner, Charlie, would come to us like 4 or 5 times. Hey, tell people to go to the side. People can't get through and shit. I was like,
remember that,
damn,
yeah.
dude, we got this shit up the ass, dude. And he was telling us like dead ass that like we've generated like the most money they've generated like in a while, bro. Like when we would play,
Fire.
like just from like the drinks and shit,
Yeah.
people just be fucking downing those bitches, dude.
We were
Okay.
wilding there.
that was the night some bozo got kicked out, right?
Nah, that
Yeah.
was the second
When
night.
you
It
were-
was.
when you were playing the stage.
yeah, those clowns.
Yeah.
were
That
fucking-
wasn't the second night?
No, that was the first night.
that was the
Yeah.
first. Like we wore
Then
the
they
jerseys.
switched them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
but
a good
either
one.
that one or probably just like a privada. We had probably like the one in McHenry, like the first one. And we had DJ Lucy
Oh,
as
wow.
our setup and shit.
When you
Dude,
guys told
when
him
you
it was
guys-
like till a certain time, and you guys were like, "Can you do like another hour or two?" Poor guy.
He looked so
and the
pissed,
video, he was
dude.
like cold as
He
fuck.
was like
I
this,
felt
he
so
was like this.
bad.
all serious and shit. He'd be like looking at us watching shit. I'd be like, fuck,
He's like,
dude.
"Yeah, be home a little
I'll
late,
do
baby."
both.
Yeah, real.
It was funny. So I was texting Rod like after, right? And Rod, I was like, damn, bro, like DJ Lucy, he was straight there, bro. Like he was not trying to dip either, or maybe he was, but he wasn't telling us, you know.
Mhm.
And he said he texted his dad about it and shit, and he's like, no, los pinches jóvenes no tienen la cabe.
Yeah,
And I was like, damn, that shit was so funny, bro. But yeah, DJ Lucy's a fucking goat for that.
for real.
Do you ever have any like So like for example, for like sports or like fighting, almost, would you you know, you can have like blackout moments and shit. Do you think that ever happens to you like while performing, almost, where it's almost like you almost can't not believe it, but like it's such like a crazy moment for you guys where you like almost black out, I guess.
Yeah,
like you said, like blurry night and shit.
For sure, dude. Like I played soccer my whole life. Like I've definitely had those like out of body experiences like all the time. Like in Seoul, you know, like you get to that spot, but then you're like in a higher spot when you're like just like in the zone, you know, like when the main character gets like his piano shit down. Like I've had so many of those in soccer, and I think playing with the group and stuff, for sure, like 2 or 3 times, it's just like next thing I knew, like we were done playing. I was like, what the fuck, you know, like what time is it, you know? Like we were just going, you know. It's just like just the environment, just like I feel like it fuels us, you know. Like it's real, dude. Like just like the environment, people dancing, people like chance de gritos, taking shots and shit right in front of us,
just
you know.
Just the fact that you're there is just so crazy. I remember like performances I've done. That's crazy. I'm gonna choke while I start talking.
It's okay, bro.
Water. When you're like performing and shit, and you like finish up your set, you're done. People are like clapping or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I finished up my set that like, quickly, you know.
Yeah.
It just felt like you were like meant to be there. That it didn't feel like it was just like stressful or tough for you at all.
Yeah, dude. It's so sick. Like definitely like out of body experience. Like you just feel like you're that guy in that moment, you know. Like you're that dude, you know.
And like I said, y'all definitely fucking like look like it. Just like being in the audience and shit. We're filming sometimes or whatever. Yeah. Helping out with the mixer. It's just fucking. It just feels so fucking sick, dude. Do you feel like you get annoyed at fucking like overly drunk people? Like in front of you guys?
Dude, it's always that one guy or that one fucking dumb broad that's always drunk as fuck. Like, it's just una Jenny Rivera, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. You know, like shit like that.
No way, they've actually
like,
said that.
Una de Grupo Firme, and I'm like, bro, we're playing guitars, bro. Like we'll play fucking like Ya Supérame or some shit, bro. But like, no mames, you know, like shit like that. But I feel like when we first started playing, it would be so annoying because like we wouldn't have like any barrier or anything, you know, so people would be so close and be like bumping into me and shit. I'm trying to like hit them with my guitar and shit,
bro.
Like,
I remember seeing snaps.
I remember that shit, bro. I wasn't even in the band and I was annoyed, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I wasn't even there and I was getting pissed off. I remember seeing snaps of fucking dudes like putting like tequila or water in the bills and slapping on your guitar while you're playing. I'm like, you fucking jerk off, back up, dude.
No,
like,
I mean
that's kind of lit.
Low-key, like
that is lit, but I feel like
that's not what we're talking about, bro.
No. Okay, so that's
but
dope.
But there's people that I'm saying get too close to the fucking strings and shit, and that'll fuck him up.
No,
you know?
yeah,
Like,
dude. Okay, so, dude, so like it's lit when they're doing it because sometimes it's like our cousins or some shit. It helps you up. It feels like
you
you're
don't understand how to do it sometimes. Like
no, 100%. So that's where I'm getting like you feel like a total rock star, dude. Like when the first time it happened, I was like, holy fuck, dude. Like I'm a rock star, dude. You know, like that's all I'm thinking when I'm there. I'm like, I'm a fucking rock star. Like it's so dope. But one time, dude, it was so annoying. I don't even know who the dude was. Right at the McHenry, one of the McHenry Tocadas, this motherfucker, dude, is just slapping on singles, dude. Like on the strings as I'm playing, and I'm like, this, dude, I'm not a fucking stripper, dude. Like stop throwing out the singles, dude.
That too, yeah. Like if you're gonna slap it, it's got to be at least like a fucking dub. Or
at least a 20 or something. Yeah. I mean, it was dope him showing us love, but I feel like he was just so lit. He was just, dude, like I was playing right here, like the guitar hole's right here. He put it on the string, so it just like you couldn't hear anything when I was playing. I'd be like, hey, bro, not right there, you know. But I mean, it's whatever, you know. It's part of the, I guess, environment, part of the lifestyle, you know.
Culture,
part of the culture.
Which actually I didn't even know about till you guys fucking.
But it's dope. Like when you see people doing the tuba, it gets stupid lit, bro.
Oh, I've seen that. It looks fire.
Yeah,
and I love that fucking
fire.
C's is shout out to Big C's. Shout out to fucking Big C's, Eric, Choco. Y'all fucking
they're my boys. Hell yeah.
But C's is so good at keeping his composure, playing, fucking hitting every note, dipping down so you can slap it on his fucking tuba. I'm sorry, Sousa. And right, the sousaphone?
Sousaphone, yeah.
Yeah. And then he fucking like bends down so you can reach it, slap it on there, everyone fucking slaps money on there, and he gets back up and he just doesn't miss a fucking note.
It's fucking wild. He's so good, bro.
Hey, you guys' second tocada, I got kind of lit. I was like drinking and this and that.
Which one?
Poorhouse. Sorry, my bad. Second time at Poorhouse.
The one we play on the other side.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah.
I was getting kind of lit and shit, you know.
You're getting a little schmiz.
Yeah. This dude comes out of like the fucking corner of the front or whatever, or technically the back, and he like offers something to Rick. He like offers Rick a shot, and Rick's like I'm good, you know. And I'm like,
I was taking pictures of them and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rick was like busy recording and taking pictures and shit, and then the dude like. I think Rick was like, you want it, you know? And I was like, yeah, if I can grab the shot, take the shot, and it was tequila. And I was like, oh, damn, you know?
Yeah.
And I told Rick, I was like, who's the guy? He's like, I don't know. And I was like, I literally just took this fucking random shot from this random ass old dude.
Buy a roofie to your ass, dude.
I think he was telling me he would buy us shots if we let him through because they had that blocked off. Remember that? I was like, I'm good, bro. I don't even drink. And he's like, no, yeah. And that's when I was like, Jason, you can drink if you want.
He's trying to buy his way up there.
And it was literally a random ass dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know
What
what
a
the fuck it
beast.
was.
Woke up in the alley the next day. I was like, huh?
Like a GTA and shit.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
so-
shit. Here we go again.
That's from San Andreas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
CJ.
yeah.
Dude,
Fucking-
that game's classic, dude.
Bro, I love that game. I love the fact that you could like jailbreak, but have cheat codes for anything. Flying
Anything,
cars.
dude. I had it written down in a fucking
no
piece
gravity.
of paper.
Yeah. and
L2, R2, all this shit. Get the jetpack and shit.
It used to be one of the best feelings in the world was like memorizing these cheat codes, and you're just like,
Facts.
boom, fucking,
Facts.
boom, cars on water,
I remember that
boom,
one.
zero gravity. You're just like,
Or
whoa,
boom, 5-star cops and the
Oh.
fucking helicopters coming in and shit.
Yeah, oh that shit,
With
that shit was
tanks and
so
shit.
lit. Like,
Yeah.
But then you have those boring games where you're just like trying to drive normally, or you're trying to like build a momentum and go from 1-star to 5-star like on your own, which is actually kind of hard sometimes.
It is kind of hard.
Yeah.
Or like, you ever get to the point where you try to drive like a normal person, like stop at the red light, take a right,
Oh,
stop,
hell yeah.
stop behind the
I've
cars and
definitely
shit.
done that.
Yeah,
And then you
yeah.
get bored. You're just like, let me run some bitch over.
Yeah, bro.
Hell no.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially because we didn't drive it yet, you know? So
Yeah.
it was like, oh, it's so cool.
Do you guys feel like some people truly deserve to, or truly are meant to just live alone, or like be alone for the rest of their lives?
What do you mean by that?
Like, sorry, not have a significant
Like a
other.
relationship, you
Oh,
mean?
Like they're just meant to be single.
Like a 40-year-old virgin just never.
No, like I mean, not in that way. Like you have
But wouldn't
hookups.
it
this
just
and
be
that.
like asexual?
Huh?
Like where you're not into guys or girls?
No, it'd be like, let's say you've had hookups, you've had relationships, but you're just like, I'm 23. Like maybe it's just not for me. Like maybe I'm just meant to be
23?
single.
How you gonna
I
say
was
that?
like, 23.
But that's why I'm asking this,
You gotta
because
be,
I
you gotta be
recently.
16 and be like, you know what? I didn't find nobody.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, but recently
But
I
even
had
that,
a
bro,
friend
people-
ask this, so that's why I'm like asking you guys. You know, it made me
Yeah.
think. I'm like, damn.
Hell no.
At 23, I'm like, you shouldn't feel that way.
Maybe he just has a Wubbachuck, dude.
Yeah, bugging out.
Maybe, but I don't know. It just made me think. I'm like, damn. Like you really at 23, you shouldn't feel that way. You know?
No, hell
What are you
no.
laughing at? The bite
So what?
Remember that time you mentioned the Wubbachuck at the office?
at work?
Yeah.
What I say?
We all
What?
started dying and shit. And then,
They didn't know what it was or
Angie
what?
walked in.
Oh, we were at work and we were talking about blue waffles and shit or whatever.
Dude, cause I got my friend, he's from Ghana, right?
Yeah.
So he grew up over there and he came over here. And I was fucking with him. I was like, dude, you ever had a blue waffle? And he was like,
I remember
nah,
we
dude.
I remember we were in third grade.
Bro, in 8th grade when I moved, or no, 7th grade when I moved here, is when I found out what a blue waffle was.
Oh my God.
One of the times I fucking fell for some stupid ass shit was, I think in 7th or 8th grade, someone's like, "Yo, have you gone online and gone on here and fucking like redeemed your free pen?" I'm
I
like,
was saying, there's a bunch of us
I'm
like Penn Island.
yeah, I'm like, wow, way to just fucking.
Bro, those are dumb as fuck. Dude.
Okay, but I was gonna get there anyways.
Same.
But I was just like, no, it's not. He's like, bro, go to PennIsland.com. You know, I'm like, okay, cool. You know, we're at school in the library. I go PennIsland.com.
Blocked.
Enter it, blocked. I'm like, penis land.
Dumb as fuck.
Dude, I was like, what the hell? Like,
Dude, that's hilarious.
With the blue waffle story, where like me, him, and another coworker were talking about it, like the stupid shit we like look up when you're little, like blue waffles, this and that. And then I think I said something about a Wubbachuck, and the girl, our friend, is like, what's a Wubbachuck?
No
We were just looking at
way.
each other, we're fucking like dying.
Did you
We're
guys
like,
make something up or what?
no. I was just like, it's a vagina with teeth. And we're like fucking like dying. And then our fucking like director of like marketing or whatever walks in and she was like, hey guys,
What's so funny?
She's like, what's so funny? We started looking at her. We just like all pause, look at each other and look at her and just fucking kind of keep laughing. She's like, you guys are crazy.
Okay.
I'm like, wait till you see this. Oh my
No, that's
God.
hilarious.
Stupid ass shit I used to fucking. It still is hilarious, but it is fucking dumb. I'm trying to think of other things that fucking people
Well,
got me with.
What were you saying about the whole 23?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you guys feel like some people truly are destined, or they're just meant to like be single for the rest of their lives?
maybe, but I don't. I think like if you were talking about in your 20s, I think that's way too early.
Let's say you're 20, you're 24, 25, and you feel this way.
I feel like it's too early. Maybe you just had like bad shit in the past or like bad experiences, but like you can't be like defeated like that, you know? Like you gotta
100%.
just keep experiencing new things and like seeing what you like.
I definitely think there's somebody out there for everyone.
Yeah, facts. But like if you're like 70, 80, like, you know, that's the whole different story. But
it can be. Yeah, it is hard.
But even then, bro, people be dating when they're old.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've heard I've had customers and the other jobs like, yeah, this is my girlfriend. They're just like fucking 60, 70 years old. It's wild.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like, yeah, dude, like at that age, like, bro, like my wife or someone's wife could be like in another country, bro.
Oh hell yeah, you don't even know.
You know, like it's like the world is so big. There's so many fucking people. You know, like how like people are just so defeated when they're like living in like the same area for a while. You know, like feels like all like your options are like.
That's like, and not only that, but like I was saying earlier, like negativity could just blind you. You know,
100%.
Make you feel like, oh, I'm better being alone or whatever. But I don't think that's the case at all.
No, I think people like. I understand people have been like done dirty and shit, and they're like, nah, you know what? Maybe just, you know, love isn't for me, this and that. But like, no, if you're thinking that, you're completely wrong.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I agree.
It's just a bad experience, which everyone has had like bad experiences with absolutely everything. It just turned out that you had a bad experience with love, one of the most like sincere things in the world. But like, don't give up, just keep going. Like you'll find someone, and it's just like me. Thankfully, I was 15, and I was never. Do you remember like out of the group? I was the least one to be like wanting to talk to girls or talking. They're telling you guys, "Yo, I'm talking to this girl." Like,
yeah, we thought you were asexual for a bit.
Do you guys actually thought so? Or what?
Nah, just like
okay, because I wouldn't blame you. You know, I just never was the one to be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna talk to this girl, this and that." Like, I don't know. I just remember like kind of just like doing my thing. I never like.
I feel like you're always just focused on yourself at a really young age, though. That's why.
Do you see that?
Yeah,
because I felt because I
like
never.
You were really into music and art, and like nothing really else mattered. You know.
Yeah.
Like if it came, it came. But like you weren't over here like. With that dog talk and shit.
No, I never was. That's why, like, sometimes, like, maybe I'm being too friendly with this person, but I just never had a process of learning to flirt or having to learn how to flirt. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just never felt like that was the type to fucking chase after something. I just feel like God or the universe really brought this person into my life, and just like it happened because it was meant to be. Like I just never was the one to you know, chase what I have now.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, you know, don't go out chasing for that one person, because I don't think you have to go out and find that person. I think it's just gonna find you, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hell yeah, definitely. Fucking, I forgot who said it, but like sometimes the key to finding is to stop searching, you know.
Yeah.
Just let it like come naturally and come to you.
If it's meant to be and you're working towards it, I mean, I guess you can't say working towards it with love, right?
Yeah.
But I guess in life in general, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Oh, it's fuck.
But yeah, also with that, like I think it's more of a work on yourself, you know.
Yeah,
like, and you'll attract what like you deserve.
Yeah, or like where you're kind of looking for, you know,
exactly.
just by focusing on yourself and like
bro,
growing by yourself and like bettering
The world, what is it? The universe gives to you what you give into it, or something like that.
Yeah, or it's dope. They're like, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, dude. You know, like he was talking on a podcast or an interview. He's like, once I realized that like basketball was my thing, like my passion, like the universe became my library. Like everything I could learn, like psychologically, physically, like everything, you know, like just became like my library, like how to learn how to become the best possible basketball player in the world, you know. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, damn, like once you find like that passion, you know, like everything just falls like in place, you know. Like you just need to find like your thing, you know. And like I follow like Gary Vee and stuff. He always tells you like, yo, like, oh, I'm 23, like I feel like I don't know what I'm doing with my life, this, you know. He's always like, bro, like you could do nothing for the next 10 fucking years and you could still like find your thing. I know you don't really fuck with him like that, but
not just that, but there's this like the dude that mocks him. There's a dude that mocks.
Are you on TikTok? Are you on TikTok?
Have
like,
you seen that? Some dude mocks him.
Do you go to garage sales? Like they're fucking funny as hell.
They're really funny.
No, I fuck with Gary Vee. Definitely, he's very enlightening. There's a lot of fucking videos I've seen where I'm like, damn, he's right. Like I'm fucking 24. I'm young as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like some people live up to be 101 or whatever.
I know you know Optic Hex too and shit.
Hell
yeah,
dude.
Like he was talking to like some of the younger players and shit, and like they were kind of like talking about like anxiety and depression almost or whatever, and they're like, and he was telling them like, bro, you guys are young as fuck. Hex just turned 42, you know, and like he even feels young and shit. Like he has still so much more to accomplish.
It's
and
like
shit.
all mindset.
Who's
bro.
this Hex guy?
He's the owner of a game organization, Optic.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Is that the guy from Chicago, you said?
Yeah, he originated in Chicago and
Cool,
shit.
cool.
Yeah, but yeah,
He's a legend, dude.
he's got
Yeah.
he's a really good businessman. Like he has a bunch of shit.
That's fire.
And he's born in Mexico too. Like
Yeah.
he has a crazy story.
Damn.
He's a
Yeah.
grinder,
You
dude.
told me about him recently. You gotta look into him.
Yeah.
Is there like a video I could find that actually like digs into his story?
Not really, bro, because he posts so much
lot,
content.
dude.
Damn.
So much different things. Like he's everywhere.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You gotta just kind of watch a couple, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he has just like a deep story, you know, like coming from Mexico, him and his brother buying Optic, you know, from X and Y and Z, you know, and just really growing it from there. It's like a Call of Duty like organization at first, you know. Now it's like its own like huge brand, you know, like they got other video games,
Like huge, bro.
yeah, dude.
It's like
kind of like FaZe.
yeah, pretty much.
You know FaZe, right?
Those
Yeah.
were like the
Yeah.
main two, like back in the day.
Mhm.
It was
Optic
like
and
Optic versus
FaZe.
FaZe,
Yep.
you know.
Mhm.
Damn.
There was like the OGs of like
The gaming community.
orgs, yeah, like
Yeah.
esports and shit.
That's hard. Damn. Cool. Well, this has been a good episode, and I really appreciate you coming on, Edder.
Yeah, thanks. It's nice having you.
Yeah, I think
Appreciate
I
it.
tell you. I think we tell each other once a month that I really appreciate you coming into my life. You're someone that just fucking is so sincere, and you have a fucking like heart of gold, and you're so honest, and you're just fucking super reliable as a friend, and I appreciate you.
Appreciate
Oh,
it, bro.
yeah.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I
the
feel
bond.
like
And
I've
I appreciate
always.
you joining my fucking brother and I here, dude.
Hey,
This has been
Ricky,
fucking
the tocayo.
my twin.
No, that's Rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my tocayo. Shout out my rod. Shout out my tocayo, rod. Hey, that's my rod though too.
No, but real talk, yeah. Like I feel like I've always known you, like from afar, but I've never really like known you. You feel?
Yeah.
But definitely when I started working AT&T, like we just like created a bond, you know, like
Yeah,
for life
facts.
for sure, you know.
Yeah.
Like I could always tell you like straight up, like that was whack, you know, or like I didn't like this, or
Yeah.
dude, this went hard, you know, and you'll never like take it up the ass, you know, because
Yeah.
a lot of people just can't take constructive criticism, you know, and like when you're really like saying it like from like a kind part in your heart, you
Yeah,
know,
like a genuine. It comes
it's
from
like
a genuine place.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like it's legit, you know. I'm like, you know, like I'm saying this because like I care and like I
Yeah.
feel like you could do better, you know.
Yeah, facts.
Like every time, like or like he would send me like the song that Jay's hopefully releasing soon, you know. I'd be like, I don't like this, you know, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, like the beginning with the melody was too long, you know. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe in a music video, but it's like just a song. I feel like it's too long, you know,
Yeah.
like
yeah, that's true.
or just things like that. And he's like, okay, like I appreciate it, you know. It's like not a lot of people are like that. A lot of people take everything up the ass, you know, like.
And not a lot of people like will give you criticism like that. They'll just be
Yeah.
like, oh, it's cool.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's a
You
lot
know
of
what I
yes
mean?
men,
Like,
a lot of
yeah.
yes men, dude.
And that's why Rick is always like, you know, I got plenty of really good friends, but Rick has always been one that's always been so open. And like, man, that was whack. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the reason I've grown to be a good artist, I feel like, is because I have always had boys around me that are like, that wasn't it. That was whack. Rewrite this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's other dudes around the area that I feel like never like grew out of that because they had yes men around. or
Everybody's
they-
saying like, it's so cool. It's
yeah,
fire.
that's
like,
fire, bro. That's fire. Oh, your fucking mixtape blew my house on fire. I'm like, shut up. dude. Like, don't
But that shit was whack.
don't lie to that person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I mean,
You won't grow from that.
Nah, you
You'll
never will.
grow.
but yeah,
you
but
know?
I mean, like some people are just like trying to be nice, you know.
yeah, and all
Yeah,
they're
that's
doing is
true.
building ego.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
But like I'm grateful for like the people that were in my life when I was really young. Like Coach Foster, dude, he's like a second dad to me, bro.
Fire.
Like I was really good at soccer, you know, even when I was a little kid, you know, and he would never hype me up. Me and my dad is like tough love. I scored 4 goals. I'd go after the game like, yeah, I'm so happy. I'm going up with my dad, you know. And he'd be like, why don't you score that 1 goal? You could have scored 5. And I'd be like,
Facts.
fuck, dude, you know. Or like
Yeah.
Coach Foster, he'd always be like making me work hard, you know, always keeping me humble, you know. And like ever since that, like I've always like never really like gotten complacent, you know. Like I'm always like proud of who I am and who I've become, but I'm never like, damn, like I've made it, you know. Like I feel like I'm never gonna make it, you know. Like
Yeah.
you just gotta keep grinding, keep getting better, you know. Like
Oh yeah, facts. I feel
100%. Like that's just like the mindset like I've always had, you know. Like
I feel like that really stems from like our parents too, like
yeah,
Yeah.
where they come from and shit. Like I don't know. I will never feel like defeated. I feel like you
Yeah.
know, like
or
I'd always just think I don't know, like you just always gotta like find the lesson in shit that happens. To you,
Yeah.
you know, like
I feel like I
always
actually
push yourself and shit.
I wrote this on a note. I was like for the podcast, you know, for the future, but it's great to bring up right now. You basically just said it. I feel like our parents as immigrants are so optimistic because they literally had to fucking climb borders and
Yeah.
fucking swim lakes to be here, and like they built so much from fucking nothing. You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
The
And that's
facts.
why like my mom is so optimistic, and so am I. And I feel like it just stems from that.
Yeah, same.
But also from my experience, you know, like my parents sacrificed a lot, obviously, you know, and then like obviously they're just like old fashioned, and I feel like they've gotten to the point where like my dad wanted me to like work at a factory with him, you know, I feel like they're just really stubborn, or just like they think this is the way of life, you know. So like I'm very grateful for everything they've done for me and my family and my siblings and shit, you know. But also like I had to like tell my dad, you know, like I'm not gonna work at a factory the rest of my life. Like you sacrifice all this for me to work at the same place you're working. Like nah, dude. Like I have to.
Honestly, I respect you for that, because I feel like I didn't get that from my dad. Like my dad always was kind of the opposite, kind of what you're trying to like tell your dad. Like he would like pretty much want to set me up to do what like he's doing or better. Just to make what like they sacrificed worth it, you know. Exactly what you're saying. Like you don't want to work with your dad. Like your parents suffered all that, like just for you to do the same shit, you know. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Like you want to do way better, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like they set the foundation from like they started like from Mexico from like humble beginnings, you know. And like I'm starting from a higher spot compared to them in the United States, you know. Like being born in the United States is like
alone, you know,
one in a million, bro. You know, like you're so lucky to be born here, not unless some like Iran or something, like all the wars and stuff, you know. Like we like literally like made the lottery, you know, like being born
just
and
being
like
here and shit.
Like like was a first world country, you know. So like it was tough telling that to my parents, you know, or like I feel like they've always like never really like supported me and like the things I wanted to do, because I feel like they had a notion of like who their first son should be or what to do, you know.
Damn, that's deep.
Yeah, so like I love my parents 100%, you know, like I'll ride or die for them, you know, but definitely like when I was younger I feel like they never really pushed me to become who I wanted to be, and more of they wanted me to be who what they wanted
to see you as.
They were like they were like trying to live their life that they wanted through me, you know.
Just ignorance.
Exactly. Like bro, like my parents are like really ignorant, you know, and they're so like stubborn and like all like the new things, you know, like.
But that, like you're saying, just very new to them. You
exactly.
know?
100%.
You know?
So I can't really.
That's kind of just what they know, like what they learned growing up.
Exactly. And like now that I'm like the first gen, you know, kid, you know, like in a new country, like I really feel like I don't have the obligation, but I feel like I have the need to like definitely
pressure
to like not to like make it for sure, but like that's how I want that for myself, you know. But definitely like teach them, you know. Like I feel like they're so stubborn or like they're like hounding on their old ways, when in reality like I have to teach them a lot about like the news like isn't real, you know. Like you're listening to Primer Impacto and you're like oh mijo, like you no vayas al gym porque escuché en el Primer Impacto que se murió un niño de ir al gimnasio tanto. And I'm like, come on, mom, like you think I'm gonna pass away because of that shit, you know? Or just like hella stuff, you know. It's
but like they're just so clueless.
Exactly, you know.
But we know like we could distinguish like what's fake news, what's real
facts,
news.
Like my mom would be believing anything, bro. I'm like, chill, mom. You know, like no mom, you know.
Same with like shit they see on Facebook, bro. I swear to God.
Oh yeah.
But I think my dad bought like a raffle ticket from this one thing. The post had like 1 like. All their posts had 1 like. I'm like, bro, this is not real. I was like, please tell me you guys are not sending them money.
Yeah.
And they sent them like $50 or something.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we just have to like educate them, you know, or at least like some parents like are like more like open to it, you know.
Yeah, facts.
Or like even like my parents, like when they're younger, they're for sure just like really like stereotypical about like certain like races and just like super like religious, you know, and like to the Bible, you know, like just like things like that, you know. I'm like, no, you have like open like opinions on other things, you know, and like definitely I feel like my parents have like eased up for sure, but then I've definitely like pushed back, you know, like like I love my parents and stuff, you know, like they've really done a lot and like everything for me, you know, but the more that I grow, I feel like the more like I really know who I am, and I feel like sometimes I can't really like connect with them because they're like so stubborn, you know, they're so close-minded, you know, like, and I just can't deal with like closed-minded people, you know, like if they're telling me like, nah, you're not gonna make it, I'm like, all right, cool, like who are you, you know, like like it doesn't really affect me, or like I feel like you can't help me grow, you know, like I need like real people in my life to like help me grow, you know. That's why like I fuck with you guys, because you guys are never like, oh yeah bro, like you're doing amazing, this is like, you always tell me like, all right, let's do this, you know, or like let's do this, like those are the people you really need in your life, because that's like when you have yes men, then you're never gonna get better, you know.
You just won't grow like that, you know.
Yeah, they're just gonna be fucking sucking your dick all the time, you know. Like
pretty much just building an ego, like
exactly, like once you build an ego, like that's why like J. Cole, dude, he's always just like rapping like straight, like if he's like still trying to make it, you know, like you gotta keep that dog, you know, dude. Eric Thomas, he posted a video the other day. It's like and he was talking about like Aaron Donald. He's a Super Bowl champion. And he was like, basically the whole story was like I can give you a speech, you know, or like tell you a speech, but I can't give you like the heart, you know, like you gotta have that within you already, you know, I can't do that for you, you know, like you gotta have that within you, you know, and some people just really don't, you know, like some people are just like really complacent or like.
That's what I'm saying too. Like everybody, you know, everybody sees shit on there. Like they want to be an entrepreneur, they want to do this, do that, but like not everybody does. You know, like some people don't mind going to work to the same spot every day.
Of course,
you know what I mean? Like it's just not in everybody.
Which that took me a long time to understand. I'm like, why would you not want to want more for yourself and like this and that? I made a promise to myself in high school. I was like, I will never ever work at a factory. I just feel like I'm destined for more. I've always felt that. You know?
Yeah, like I worked there for like 3 months. You know, like when I graduated high school.
Like, just feel like that summer bread. You know,
it was the worst decision of my life. Like I'd be tired as fuck, not have any energy to do anything, being fucking disrespected by these old ass motherfuckers there, you know, like bro, I couldn't even go take a shit for 10 minutes. They'd be like getting pissed. I'd be like, bro, I'll tell my dumbass Adrian, bro, I'd be like, bro, like I'm not gonna shit my pants just to keep the line going, bro. Like what, you gonna come wipe my ass too, like just to keep the line going? Like come on, bro, like fuck that shit. 100%.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, that's crazy to me.
When you were saying that you about your parents, like, you know, thinking it'd be crazy for you to make it, almost not believing in you, is it specifically with music?
Like music and soccer.
So, but your dad got you into music really young. He felt like that way too. Like he felt like it's just crazy of you to think that you can make it with music.
Well, for music, he definitely like pushed that more onto me, but I was more into like soccer.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like
with that they were more so like that's a crazy idea, but music could be something.
Yeah, it was like more realistic because that's what they knew, you know.
So do they support you now like pretty well? Like now that like the Cuadras a thing? Yeah,
definitely. Like my dad does for sure. He's like really happy about it, you know.
That's dope, yeah.
But he never really like pushed it other than like when we were younger, you know, to like just learn. But definitely like my passion was soccer, you know, and they would not support me. Like I wanted to try out for this like this club team, and I deadass made the team, but they just hid the paperwork from me and said they like never got it because they didn't want me to play soccer. And that really hurt me, dude. Like when I found out, like that's my passion, dude. You know, like that's all I ever did when I was younger. Play soccer every day, dude. You know, like that's all I did. I would like breathe at live at the fucking soccer field. You know.
I feel like fucking my parents, they were never unsupportive, but it was, or maybe it was like unspoken. Mm-hmm. So they're never like super supportive. Like, okay, you got this, you can do this. But they weren't also like, you're wasting your time, blah blah. Yeah. But also, I felt like I always was like the boy who cried wolf, for like, all right, I'm gonna be a photographer, and then next week, nah, I'm gonna be a fucking designer, and then next week, nah, I'll be a fucking streamer. Yeah, you know what I mean? So like, it almost was like justified for them to think like,
what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah, you know, like, because you're not sticking to one thing, but like, I just always wanted to try new things.
Facts.
And like, I feel like that's the only way you're gonna know like what's meant for you and shit, you know.
True.
And I was always just constantly into new shit. Like, it wasn't necessarily week after week, but like it would be like almost
you go
like
through
a phase.
phases. Yeah, 100%, dude.
I had a conversation with your sister once about that actually at AT&T. She came in to get a phone or whatever, and I was like, dude, Rick is stupid talented. I was like, I see myself. I mean, Rick and I are very similar. I was like, where we just have like so many different interests. We want to fucking tread in different waters. We want to try this out and this out, you know. I was like, but it's so hard to just like fall in love with one thing when you love doing different things, you know. Facts. I was like, he's so talented. I was like, what me and him have to do is just focus on one thing for now.
Yeah,
you know?
I think so too. Honestly, that's really like,
and I think we've slowly been learning that for sure.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Edder, do you feel like your dad has grown as a father? And you said earlier that after a soccer game, you know, deep down, he probably was proud of you, but he was like, you could have done better. Do you feel like now he's grown as a father to kind of like express his appreciation and like this pride like for you?
No.
But like, you don't even think so? Like, not maybe not to you, but like to your younger siblings. Like, there's a mindset change a bit. Like, oh, we're kind of hard on Edder. Like, we should do this differently to.
I feel like
maybe like your younger sister or whatever.
Just because my dad really didn't have like a father figure when he was growing up, he really just like had to like figure it on his own, you know. And obviously,
just like that tough love.
Yeah, so it was just all tough love, which I appreciate. You know, I feel like I'll definitely like take some things from that. You know, like tough love, never make them feel like they're accomplished. You know, because they could always be more. You know, there's so much potential, especially like when you're really young. But definitely, like I've learned a lot of things from my dad that I definitely would love to do as a father one day, and definitely a lot of things that I would not want to do, you know. So like I feel like a lot of people like fall into like the trap, I guess, or like, oh, my dad's like this, I'm gonna be like this, you know.
And not only that, but like I really appreciate how you're saying like you understand that about your dad, but you're not over here like, man, I fucking hate my dad.
Yeah,
like, you're still saying like you really love him, you really respect him, and you're just gonna take it as a lesson for when you're a father, you know, like and like the good and the bad, you know, like you're just gonna learn from it.
Like I feel like
a lot of people just will be
like
quick
hate
to be like, like I'm moving out, fuck my parents, blah,
like
blah.
definitely when I was younger, I definitely like maybe felt that way, you know, because you're super young, 15, 16, you don't know shit, you know, like you're just like, oh, fuck my parents, you know, I'm grown, you know, like the little kid, I'm grown. But yeah, definitely like much love to my parents, you know, like obviously if anything ever happens to them, I don't even know how it would like react, you know, like never really experienced anything like that in my life, but definitely learned a lot of things from my parents, like good and bad, and that definitely would like project to my kids, like obviously the good things and try not to do the bad things, you know, like obviously like when I have kids.
What's dope as fuck is that you have a 2-year-old brother that you're able to tell your parents like, hey, when we were little you guys did this and it wasn't good and I didn't like this. You're able to tell them like kind of like almost like a review on, you know,
that's how
them raising you guys. Like, hey, since he's a 2-year-old, you know, once he grows up to be 3 or 4, try this and do this differently, you know, like it's just dope that you have that opportunity.
I'm like that a lot with my mom. I think my sister Kim is like that too. Like,
how old is she?
We're very well, my little sister's 10 and my little brother's 14, and then I'm 23 and my other sister's 21. So, boss, we always tell my mom like when she tries doing something to like my younger siblings, we're like, bro, like what are you doing? You know? Like for example, my little brother, my mom, I don't know if it's a Mexican thing or what, but she want to like give him the most bogus buzz cut every fucking time.
Dude, that's bogus.
To the point where my brother's almost like crying.
Like
he does not, you know. And he's so quiet. He would just fucking sit there and get a fucking buzz cut. But he'll tell me like,
all aguitado and shit.
Yeah, well, no, he'll tell me before he gets his cut like, oh, I want to do this with my hair. I'm gonna grow it out. Do this. And my mom, and then he'll come back like with my mom, and then it's fucking gone. I'm like, bro, you grew your hair out for that long just for that? And then he'd be all like crying and shit. You know? But I told my mom like just it's not your fucking hair, you know. Like I was like, you want me to fucking cut your hair off and shit? You know what I mean? Not that aggressively, but like pretty much telling her like, you gotta listen to your kids almost, you know, because when we were younger too, we'd always just get like buzz cuts.
Yeah, buzz cuts. Doña Mari, this is this.
Like you get no say,
0 on the side.
You get no say in anything. You know?
Getting what you want builds your character. You know?
But it's just like, I feel like that's how they were raised, you know. That's why like I can never judge my parents for the way they raised us, because bro, they're like 18, 19, just had a kid, you know, like they don't even know what to do with their lives, you know, like what the fuck.
Rick said that in the podcast. He's like, a lot of our parents kind of like were growing up as they were raising us.
Exactly.
We both were growing up together.
Fact. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and like my dad came like when he was like 17 or some shit.
Exactly.
When I was 17, we're fucking scratching our balls.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And they're over here like doing the crazy
full ass
shit.
2-3 kids and shit, you know. It's like
a new country, didn't know anything about the language. It was almost like a mystery land, bro.
At 17, we were driving around wasting gasoline.
We were just cruising. We were at Walmart at 3 a.m. just
bro, fucking, and go home and still fucking jerk off.
Together or what?
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
It depends, bro. Nah, but you know that's wild. Like, and I feel like, okay, yeah, maybe our parents showed us tough love when we were little, but I bet you their parents showed them even tougher love. You know,
dude.
Like we got stories like my grandparents. Obviously, you know, we love them and everything, but like, they're from the rancho, so like they were damn near like borderline bogus and illegal type shit. You know?
No, 100%.
Like, dude, it was bad.
Cualquier cosita y
you get your ass
cinto, bro. Hell yeah.
Like,
so
you were mentioning about your brother and his haircut. Now I've noticed that like you guys get haircuts together.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's like kind of like boosted his confidence a little bit, like, you know, getting like the fades he wants and shit?
I think he's just getting older in general. Because like when he's like elementary, middle school, he probably didn't give a fuck. Yeah. But now, you know, he's like being influenced.
Conscience.
He's being influenced by more shit he sees and he likes, knows what, you know. And he's a freshman, so like,
I feel
like that's probably when I started taking my haircut like more serious too and shit.
I think so too.
Just kind of finding your own style and all that type of shit.
My mom used to dress Jay like a fucking old man, dude. This dude be going to school in sweats every fucking day. I was like, why do you dress him like that? My mom's like, he's comfortable, and I'm like, in sweats, dude. I'm like, he looks like, if you guys ever watched like The Big Bang Theory,
I never.
she's dressing like Sheldon every day, fucking like,
It's like
a long
sweats.
t-shirt with a t-shirt on top of that,
Oh
and
my
sweats
God.
and fucking like just like, you know, running sneakers. I'm like, damn, dude, like he's got no swagger.
And
Like,
do my
I
man a
was pretty much
disservice.
with my brother, my little brother too. I'd be like, I gotta buy him new kicks, you know. I gotta
Facts,
fucking
dude.
jeans, wear jeans, because I was the type too where I'd always just wear shorts,
oh yeah,
24/7,
That was your
fucking
whole
In the
thing.
winter,
blizzard and
minus
everything.
30.
I'm like, get this man some jeans and some boots or something,
Yeah.
you know, like. I definitely feel like we could help our parents like learn too, you know.
yeah,
That's
definitely.
what I'm saying. Like that's our like
Almost like responsibility.
to
Yeah.
like teach our parents certain things. You know, like especially like
Facts.
now that they're older and like my parents are like becoming citizens and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
like the voting stuff. You know, like things like that
Facts.
that really matter. You know, and so they'd be like, oh fuck that shit. You know,
like it makes a difference. And shit.
exactly. Or like
Yeah.
even like at our work, dude, like stuff like life insurance, bro. Like for example, like
Oh my god, it's probably overseen by like the Hispanic community
everyone, dude.
so much.
Yeah.
Even my parents, when I was first talking to them about it, they're like, "Oh no, like we'll just go like each house like pin dinero, you know." And it's like, all right, cool, you know, go do that, right? Go ask for money. Want to know like people? Hopefully they'll give you money because even though it's like COVID and stuff, like people are kind of like don't have money or maybe not working, you know.
Yeah.
Let's say you do get a little bit of bread just to pay for the funeral, bro. But let's say like my mom or dad passed away, you know, like and like there's still a mortgage we gotta pay. My dad's car, my mom's car, you know, like who's gonna put food on the table?
Yeah,
you know?
let's say you know your siblings have education.
That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying. Like you don't think
there's a
about
bunch
those
of shit.
things, you know, or like I feel like that's just like something like we really gotta like teach or like
yeah.
just like really like educate like just like our
Facts.
parents and stuff.
Because
You know?
I feel like they just always see it as kind of like a scam or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
But they don't see a scam like drinking Herbalife and stuff. You know, like,
Yeah.
For real.
like come on, dude. Like, oh yeah, it's
Oh
a
my
shake. Drink the
God.
shake, you lose 30 pounds. Come on,
Jeez.
bro. Like that's not how it works. You know,
Facts. And
like
that should be taxing, bro.
that's what I'm saying,
That,
bro.
should probably cost more than the fucking life insurance plan.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh my god. My mom would always take us to the Zumba classes, and after, bro, every time Herbalife shake, I'm like, oh my god.
I remember that phase too. Bro.
Yeah, dude. And they
Hot
get
teas and
bamboo-
shakes.
Yeah,
Man.
and they get bamboozled so bad because then they go and pay like a certain amount for the Zumba class. It's like, oh, you want the shake too? Oh, it's you gotta add this amount to it, you know?
Yeah,
they're
and I
just
feel like
they're eating that shit up. Like
they're
yeah,
so
the shake.
gullible. Yeah, dude.
My mom be telling me about a new product every week.
As
bruh.
I'm saying.
And it's like, bro, I could just Google it real quick and tell you it's not real. Like,
Yeah.
just whatever, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh, this person told me that this works for this and this. I look at it, I Google it, I'm like, hell, this shit don't work, you know? Like,
Yeah, it's like
there's no
word of
real-
mouth, bro. It's like no science behind it. you
They're
know?
so like used to word of mouth, I feel like.
But do you think like stuff like Herbalife specifically doesn't work, or we just kind of are like used to the fact that at one point it was kind of scamish, or we just saw it that way?
So
I don't know anything about Herbalife. I was just
Me
saying,
neither, yeah.
I was just saying it is like the whole gimmick thing.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
but I don't know.
well, I think personally, like it's like first of all, it's like a pyramid scheme, right?
Uh-huh.
So like if you try to get in and you have to like sell certain things, get certain people to
Primerica.
yeah, stuff like that, right? And then, but it does work, you know. Like those shakes, like are less calories and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess, especially like the Hispanic community, like they like preach to them. It's like drink this and you lose weight. That's not how it works, you know. Like you need to be active, you know. You need to like get cardio in, you know. Like a lot of people don't even like exercise, you know, or get their heart rate up, you know. So like certain things like that, you know, people think there's like shortcuts, you know, and there's no shortcuts in life for nothing, you know.
No,
Like-
there's not. That's what pisses me off about like dudes hopping into these like pyramid schemes is they'll post on social media, hit me up if you're 18, you got a clean record, you have $200 to buy your books, whatever, you'll make this much money, there's potential to make this much money. I'm like, bro, I know you're not making this much money, but if there's a potential to make that much money, why would you want to hop me into your crew when the money can go to you?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's a pyramid scheme. Just say
Yeah.
that, bro. And they're like, nah, but it's not, bro. It's because of, shut the fuck up. It's
Yeah,
like, dude,
that shit's mad corny.
don't skip around
you know?
it. Just say what it is, man. Like, do your thing if you want to, but say what it is.
And like the worst thing is like people are so gullible, dude.
Yeah,
Or you know,
100%.
like they'll just believe it. Like, oh yeah, like my mom would be like, oh yeah, me dijo esa señora que si haces esto, or like you get this app, it'll give you money and stuff like that. And I'm like, mom, like don't be doing that stuff. You know.
I tried sweat coin, didn't work. And then when you come to have 30,000 sweat coins and you want to go fucking exchange it for, you know, I guess, you know, cash out. The stupidest made up fucking rewards. I'm like, what the fuck would I want this for, dude?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
$5 Amazon card and
Fucking
shit.
20 seconds a piece. I'm like, oh my god, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, those things are so whack, dude.
Facts.
I cut my hair today, but it just reminded me of a story at the barbershop where one of his clients, he went up to him when he was getting his haircut. He told him like, "Yo, like when you cut my hair this time, just snap," you know. Pretty much saying like
on command.
Yeah, but, like I don't know if he was dissing him, saying like he fucked it up or whatever, but he was like, "Just snap this time," and it was like the funniest shit ever. My barbers told me.
I'm dead, but it wasn't him. It was some other dude.
No, that was a different guy.
That's what I'm saying.
But even then, I know he's good too, though. So like, I don't know what he was trying to say.
He was tripping.
Yeah, but they were telling us. They told me like after he had left, and it was just a funny ass story.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like I pull up to the barbershop, never set appointments. I just walk in. They'd be like, all right, 30 minutes. I'm like, all right, cool. And then no one would be open except like that one or two dudes, you know, that aren't that. You can tell they're not that good. They're on the far side, you know. They're like newer.
It's kind of fucked up. You can tell by their fit sometimes.
Yeah, fast. You're wearing some whack fits,
If
bro.
the dude ain't dressed up pretty fly, he ain't cutting hair good,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying, bro. If he got like those regular ass polos and just some like jeans, bro, you know he's not snapping, bro.
But actually, I have had some barbers that I've had like an experience with once. Never went back to them, but I had a good cut and they weren't fucking like dripped down and shit. But yeah. So what was your
Just once in a million, bro. But fuck, every time I've gone to someone who's doesn't look the part, I'm like, damn, dude. I'm like, I just get out there and I'd be like sad as fuck. Like in my car, you know, I'd be just sad.
It was like a bad haircut for sure.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Like,
I've had bad haircuts too, but mad long ago. I've been with the same barber since like fucking 2016 or some bullshit.
facts, dude.
And haven't switched up since.
Yeah, I haven't had a bad haircut in years.
But like when I was in middle school, man, I was getting fucked up left and right.
Yeah, with Doña Mari, bro. I'm telling you, dude. I'm 47, bro. She be fucking my shit up. Sometimes she be snapping though, no cap.
But I think my brother goes there, but his haircut always looks good as fuck.
Maybe.
From what I remember when I was like in 8th grade, she would fuck up my shit too. But I kind of have like a hard hair to line up because I have a cowlick or whatever. But
yeah, but still, bro, sale bien mocheado. And I'm like, fuck, dude.
One time I was getting my hair cut and the dude that was cutting it was like super new. Like they were still like training him, where he was like sitting next to like the top dog's chair, you know, just where they like watch him or whatever. And he's like lining up my beard area that I have, right? And he's fucking just like stabbing in and shit, like lining me up here. Like he was literally, he left like fucking like lines. It was red, you know what I mean? And the dude's like, "Whoa, what are you doing? You're hurting him. Look at that. You're hurting him." He's like, "Bro, are you good? You're hurting him." I was just like, like you feel bad because you know the dude is like new and he's getting treated and shit, and he's just like using you as an example of how this guy's fucking up. You know, he's like, "Bro, you're hurting him." Like,
I feel bad in situations like that.
I do feel bad, but I was like, damn.
But
you
it's
know?
also like,
but it was like,
he's gotta
whatever.
learn, bro.
Yeah, you gotta step in and fucking like correct it. And the dude like fixed it up. You know, it was good. But like, yeah, I had marks and shit. Like, I got to school that day. It was when I was going to ECC, and one of my boys was like, "Yo, who fucking cut your hair?" He's like, he went to
a bunch of patches and shit.
Yeah, he was like, "Bro, did you go to Edward Scissorhands?" I was like, cut up and shit.
No way. Fucking I remember this specifically too, like in middle school. I knew it was a bad haircut when someone had to keep jumping in to fix it for them. You know what I mean? Like somebody was cutting my hair and the other person was like, "Nah, you kind of fucked this up. Let me fix it."
That's happened to me before.
Bro, I'm getting my hair cut by like 3 people. I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck y'all doing?"
That happened to me, dude, because I wanted a specific like taper fade or some shit like that at fucking Beardsley, dude. And those one dude was doing it, and this other dude came to finish it, dude. No cap. That's how you do it.
I mean, that's dope though that they have that fucking that teamwork and
camaraderie.
Yeah, they just fucking like, "Yo, it's all good, you know. I'll fix it up and shit." Yeah, but man, I want to thank you guys for fucking getting together and doing this. This is definitely a good one,
y'all.
for real.
It was dope.
Yeah, thanks y'all for fucking supporting. Make sure to watch. Fuck, I'm an idiot.
Comment, subscribe.
Comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want to see next. Let us know who you want to see next on here.
Facts.
Bro, we're trying to fucking get all the homies on here. Not homies, but just anybody. Let us know.
Facts.
Until next time.
Peace out, y'all.